Okay, our song, the next song is called My Maria. It was done originally by B.W. Stevenson and also by Brooks and Dunn. We're going to do the B.W. Stevenson version. They're very close, so one you can play one or the other. But I like this version because that's the one I remember when I was a kid. Steve Seipel came up with this one, so we're going to play this one. Now, this is an interesting way of setting up your guitar. We're going to fret on the second fret. We're going to capo on the second fret. However, we're going to leave the low E string open. So that's your open E string right there. And then we're going to capo from A through the top E. Okay? So we've got the open E open. So we're only keeping 5 strings. So notice my capo is not on the low E. So I'm letting the low E open, and then I'm capoing on E through A at the second fret. Okay? Now what that lets us do, if we're playing a D shape here, that actually is an E chord. And because it's an E chord, that bottom E string, hear that? Isn't that neat? So that E, bottom E is the bass now for your D string, for your E chord. And you can strum the whole thing with the D shape and get a nice sound out of it. So that E, open E, is now your bass note for your E chord in the D shape. Okay, so your strum pattern would be it's D down, A down, G up twice. So D down, A down, G twice up. Okay, and what really makes the song cool, this is I'm sure why Steve picked it, it's got a neat little lick in it that just repeats over and over. It's really cool. So with your capo on, I'm counting if it's on a capoed string, I'm counting the capo here as 0. If it's your E string, I'm counting this as 0. So when you see the notation, I'll go through that and explain it to you, but I just want to make sure you know. So on A through E strings, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. On the E string, this would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at this. We're going to start on the A string. We're going to play the open A twice, and then hammer on the second fret. So open A, and hammer on second fret. And then we're going to play the open D. And then play the low E. Doesn't that sound cool? So open A, hammer 2, open D, and then low E. So now you put that with the chord. Okay? So that's the first half of that. It goes. Again. Okay, and then to finish, it's almost the same, except you're going to go hammer open and then hammer on the 2 at A, then the open D, and then you're going to come down to the 4th fret on E. Back to the open D, and then open E. So that last little part again is we're starting on the A, and then hammer on the A, open D, then 4th on the E, open E, open D, and then back to open E. So real slow. I'll do it with this thing. So A, hammer on A2, open D, 4 on E, open D, open E. So from the start of that. So let's break it down one more time. So you first start on the open A, then hammer on the second fret and go to open E, open D. Then back to open E. Then you play your chords. D, A, G up twice. And you start the same way. A to hammer on 2 and then open D. Then you go to E4, back to open D, and then open E. Then you're back into it again. So. Just the coolest thing. All right, so let's go ahead and try this. I got BW up here on the box, so we're going to have him play for us, and we'll sing right along with him here. So here we go. Isn't that cool? That's just the coolest little lick. He also does Shambhala, which is very close to another little cool little lick that's in there too. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you later. Thanks.